We are stars. I mean, all of us here, all three of us. The Three Musketeers. Here we are.
Here we are.
There is a new program on CBS called
Dreams.
Dreams.
Who's in it? You are. Oh.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, I'm Lita of Lincoln.
Nice to see you, Lita.
Nice to see you.
John Stamos.
John Stamos.
Yo, Cain.
Yo, Cain.
No, Cain.
Cain Devore. Do you people recognize this young gentleman?
I was Charlie Brown a long time.
Not too long ago, University of Nebraska Rep Theater right here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Now he's in Hollywood, and he is a true star.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so impressed, because you worked with Rex McGraw and Dr. William Morgan. They teach you everything that you know. You're with us. You're still here with us. We just got to get
I'm interested in this.
We got now.
You look like Charlie Brown. This is interesting to me. You didn't know this. I never told Charlie that I toured. No, see, this is all news to me. Yeah, I owe it all to... Well, yeah, I said this to Kansas City, too, but I owe it all to them.
No, to Dr. Morgan. No, all right, no, did they really give you what was needed to come out here to become a star?
At that time, they gave me a very important stepping stone in my career, yeah. And so all those moments had something to do with me being here. I went from there back to Kansas City and continued school. And it was a very good time that I shared with the cast and the crew and those directors.
Now, you felt like you learned things along the way. You consider yourself a natural actor.
Natural.
Yeah, oh, natural. Okay, now, all right. If you kind of got it to start with, can you learn it the way he's learned it?
I never said that. I studied for a long time.
He did. He's worked real hard.
I'm speechless now. I don't know what to say. She's got me.
Well, listen, get out your instrument then, and let's play something.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
In this new CBS series called Dreams, these guys are going to play. They do play, and they're going to play, right? How good are you?
We'll let you decide.
Well, I can't tell music.
Well, it's good. The music is great on the show. That's a very large part of it. As you know, it's a comedy about 5 young kids trying to make it as a band. And we do all play. We're doing an album for CBS Records. I played drums on the album and guitar. I played drums for about 10 years and played a lot of drums on the show that I was on before this, General Hospital. And Cain's playing some bass.
And singing. We're all
singing. It's a lot of fun.
All right. And then when we get to the bridge, we go into a G6, a line. That's where you pick up my bass line.
This is never, ever going to work. I'm going to get hives. Whenever we don't rehearse enough, my face starts to suffer.
We've had plenty of rehearsal, babe. We hit red lights all the way over here. Uncle Frank, we are ready to play.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Let's rock and roll!
Yeah.
No one could ever leave her. She made the rules and you're the pawn in the game. She tried so hard to make it. She even tried
have need for a bass?
A female bass.
Female bass.
female bass,
Not
that's
bass player, bass singer.
Oh, well, let's do something right now.
Let's
Okay,
do it.
have
All
Josh
right,
fit the Battle of Jericho.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay,
One,
two.
two. 1, 2, 3.
Josh fit the Battle of Jericho. He doesn't even know Jericho.
Jericho, the Battle of Jericho, the water came tumbling down. You guys know Smoke on the Water?
Now, that was a little before your time, but I'm...
She's good, though.
Absolutely.
Sign her up. Joe Papp, right here.
You don't want me in your rock band, I can tell.
We want you in someone's rock band, not ours, but someone's.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Yeah, sure, you're just
She already hates me from the start here.
No, you're a very handsome young man, and I
beautiful
love
young lady.
handsome
She's not into
young
natural
men.
actors.
Even if you did come from Nebraska, it's all right.
I did.
He was born there
Where in Nebraska?
in another lifetime.
John's.
Somewhere in Nebraska, but
Name one town.
if I had a choice to be from somewhere, it would be Nebraska.
Then you could play football for us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask. All right. What size are you? Well, I mean, our linebackers, start about 350.
I'm a little big for that, but
Okay. I want you to name one town in Nebraska other than Omaha and Lincoln. Now, this is the big test, You can't do that.
Good, just hit me. I don't know what happened. It just sorry.
Okay, now, when we tune in Dreams on CBS, on our 1011 station,
Yeah.
could we just happen to see some music at any time?
Sure. We do a lot of
Like MTV?
yeah, we do a lot of the MTV kind of feel. We do a lot of fantasy sequences and dream sequences, and it's shot like a video. It's real interesting. I was thinking about that the other day. I was watching. I was saying, if I was home flipping the channels around, I would stop at that. I mean, we have real neat visual stuff, and
But the editing that's involved in that.
Oh,
yeah.
It's incredible.
we shoot it so many different ways. If we do the band or something, we shoot so many.
A lot of
and then
coverage.
in the editing, we just cut it all up.
See, he's got this dream. There's this beautiful blonde female that is just with
We're using her.
his grasp.
Yeah.
Just
We tried to get her. She wanted too much money for the blonde.
$4? $4?
We got the other girl for
Now,
free.
is that the dream, that you're reaching for the girl, or the dream that you want the band to make it?
The dream, the band to make it.
Okay. Why is this thing set in Philly?
Why not?
Heart or rock and roll.
I'll tell you about Philly.
Tell us about
You see, I mean, look what they did to you in Philly. They ripped off your amps.
I see.
In real life, they ripped off my suitcase last year.
I think she likes Philly too
And
much.
in my suitcase was a week's worth of work of television interviews, and all that was in the suitcase were the videotapes.
I knew I should have taken that.
Value.
I told you, Johnny. I tried to talk you out
Except
of
there
it.
was money in it.
Went down on that suitcase
I
and
know.
out of here.
Just kidding.
All those tapes were labeled. You could have returned them. If you had called me and said, hey, I found your suitcase, is there a reward? I would have said yes.
How much?
But you didn't.
$4?
I would have given you whatever. It was a whole week's worth of work, which had no value to anybody else. Somebody in Philadelphia ripped it off.
Okay, so what do you really feel about Philly?
When those break dancers go out there and do their number, I
Just
feel like
kidding.
they should break their neck.
No. We did it in Philly because there's a lot of rock and roll that comes out of Philadelphia, and John Peters, our executive producer, is from there, and he wanted to do it from Philadelphia. But back to the dream thing, it's about catching our dream, and that's something that I really love about the show, because kids are going to watch it and they're going to say, hey man, these kids are fighting for something they want, and whether they want to be a lawyer or a businessman or a musician, whatever, they're going to say, hey, these kids are fighting for their dream, and they're going to get it, and I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I love to see that.
They deal with insecurities and, all those little walls that you got to get past in order to
Right.
get there.
Well, talk about a dream realized for somebody from Nebraska. Just one last thing, Cain. Tell everybody how you got from Lincoln and Kansas City out here. I mean, other than by the car, by a plane,
I was
or
going to say
by
I
a
walked,
bus.
but
I mean, what was the step? What about the kids in Nebraska if they want to come out to Hollywood? What do they have to do? Come on, the real answer.
Who did you
Cain.
sleep with, Kid?
The real.
I can honestly say I didn't sleep with anybody. Sad but true. And I can also say that
Now listen up.
Yeah,
You
just
can
in case
learn
I
how
ever
to
get
become a
thrown back in
star.
Nebraska and I have to come back.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that I just worked real hard, and a couple of years ago, maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, I wanted to go up to New York or LA, but I can honestly tell you that I just felt like I wasn't ready. I was inexperienced. I hadn't done my nose job yet, and I looked silly.
Just
and
kidding.
Just kidding. Thank you. And I'll tell you, I just felt like I needed to work harder. And I needed to get more experience, not only with theater but with people. You know, dealing with various kinds of people, because you deal with so many different, you know, entities in New York and LA, and it all comes down so fast and so furious. And I just tried to be patient until I felt like it was time to go. And then when it felt like it was time to go, I packed up my car and drove out with $100 in my pocket, and things started
You
happening.
got an agent.
No, I got a soap opera first, and then I got
You
an
got
agent.
you got the soap opera part with before, because you guys
Yeah.
have both been in soaps.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're proud of y'all. You really are. And you don't skydive.
Don't skydive?
Don't skydive.
Okay, I won't.
I don't know what
I'll
she's
stop
getting
doing
at.
that.
What, did you skydive?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really dumb. I mean, why would anybody want to jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Oh, well, if you'd known the pilot, you would have jumped too.
Oh,
It was her.
Listen, good luck in your project.
Are we out of here? Is this it?
Finished.
No, doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
kiss.
Now you got the diseases he's carrying. Eventually, that's the way it works.
That's scary.
Cain and John, good luck.
Thank you very
It's
much.
called Dreams. We're real proud of these young kids.
Please watch it. I promise you will like it.
He's right. Really.
Okay, what else? Thanks, guys. Please stay with us. There's much more to come, as you are well aware.